I mean, if you get mugged on the street and the thief takes all your money, but he gives you back $1, do you feel like he just gave you charity? Do you thank him for that? Are you in his debt now because he was so kind as to give you a tiny fraction of your own money back to you? I mean, seriously, call this so-called aid, call it what it really is. It's a robbery rebate. It's an insult. It's an insult. This is what they won't teach you in so-called development studies. Total American so-called aid to Africa, the whole continent, is roughly around $12 billion per year, between 10 and 12. If that sounds like a lot to you, let me put it in some kind of perspective, a little bit of perspective. The big 7 AI tech companies just spent $100 billion in the first quarter of 2025 just on data centers. That's $1 billion per day spent by just 7 companies in America, NVIDIA, OpenAI, and so on. The entire continent of Africa gets $12 billion, 12 of so-called aid from America. Do you understand? That's like 1/6 of 1% of the U.S. budget. That's like 0.17% of the U.S. budget. That's not even a crumb. It's a crumb of a crumb. And the truth is, even that measly 12 billion, most of that, you don't even actually get that yourselves in Africa. Most of that goes right back to them. So what are you even talking about? U.S. aid, American aid. The United States pretends to give $10 to $12 billion a year across the whole African continent. Health programs through, what's it called, PEPFAR, some measure of food relief, military training, and so on. A few USAID NGOs, etc., etc. But every dollar is subject to procurement regulations that force African countries to buy American goods. It's tied to privatization clauses written by the IMF. And it's tied to basically a geopolitical loyalty oath to adhere to America's priorities in Africa. Every penny is either to buy American goods or to sell your assets to America or to sell your politicians to America. Meanwhile, the real money moves in the opposite direction. Oil, minerals, cocoa, coffee, on and on. Exxon, Chevron, Cargill, they strip the raw natural wealth out of Africa. And then they wire the profits back home, and then they hide from taxes offshore. In 2022 alone, U.S. companies imported $37 billion worth of African crude, with almost no local value added. That's between $90 and $120 billion every year that's taken from you just in crude oil and unpaid taxes. And for that $12 billion you're supposed to shut your mouth? Look at that. $12 billion coming in, $120 billion going out. They take 10 times as much as they so-called give back.